a morning vlog. It is Thursday morning. I am walking up to take care of my farmer trainer's ponies because she's out of town and I still help her out. And I just finished riding Benzie. It's like 9 a.m. We are going to Woodside this weekend. I'm gonna hack Thor this afternoon, so I'm just gonna bring you guys along. I'm gonna go grain these ponies, and we're gonna go home and pack. We are on the road. It is really hot outside, but it's like 12:30 now. Yeah. I am so exhausted. It's like 7:30, maybe 8. We are doing like 6 classes tomorrow. Which, to be fair, we're giving him Saturday off. But yeah, we're doing it 80, the 2-6 Equitation division, and the Taylor Harris. Okay, so this was my .90 and I just threw in like the clips of the jumps and the lines and everything, including the ones that weren't great. But it was still a really good round. We weren't in this to win it. It was just to do like a warm-up for the Taylor Harris, because that's really what we want to do. So that's why I'm not taking any crazy turns or going too fast. We're just using it like an ec practice round. Okay, I'm gonna voice over this whole course. This is our Taylor Harris, so for those of you who don't know, this is only my second ever time in the 3-foot medal, so I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself, but I just wanted to have a clean round. So we came in across the diagonal, picked up our canter, started with enough pace. The first jump was really cute. My ec was good, he jumped it really well, it was good distance. And I just kept riding through this corner because that's where he tends to stop. And this was a pretty similar course to the 90s. That jump was definitely long, but I just rode away from it and it was bending to this, which was tight. But we made it work and he jumped it really well. And I'm just glad we made it up the line. And then we came back around down to a diagonal. He was being really good this day. It was tight. I think I kind of just dropped my shoulders at it, or else it would have been a little bit prettier, but I wasn't mad about it. And then this is where like the in gate was, so he just wanted to break down and fall left because he already drifts left. So we started trotting, and it took me a second to pick the canter back up. I came around and tried to go for it again, but he kept breaking. You could see me being kind of desperate about it, and I wasn't going to make him trot into a 3-foot oxer. And I know it's not great, and I know I also could have ridden through it, and I'm kind of upset at myself for it, letting him get away with it, but we just made it work. So we came around and I rode stronger to it. It was chippy, but we did it. And then just rode up the line. I don't think we got the right strides there, but it is what it is. The rest of the course was still pretty solid, so I wasn't upset. And then we came around to this one stride. It was a little bit quiet in, so I really had to kiss out, but he jumped really well. And then it was a bending 8 or 9 to this, and he jumped that also really well. So I wasn't upset. It could have been better, could have been worse. Yeah. Okay, so this is just some snippets from one of our 2-6 ec rounds. We usually do the 2-9, but they didn't have a 2-9, so we just stuck to the 2-6 instead of moving up to the age group because we still got some improvement. But this round was really good, and I was really pleased with him. It wasn't a really easy course, and this was the rollback that we always struggle with, and it was really smooth, and he got 4th out of like 15 or 16 people, so I was really, really happy with that. Okay, this was our second 2-6 over fences. It wasn't as smooth as the first one, but it was still a pretty solid round, and we got 5th, so I was really pleased with him. Thor was really good. The Taylor Harris wasn't great, but in our 2-6 we got 4th and 5th out of like 17 people, so that was really good. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm gonna go hang out. Sorry I didn't really vlog much. We were like, all my classes were in a row, so it was kind of a rush, and it's really hot. But it's like the late afternoon now, and I'm going to go back, give him more cookies, and just like put everything away for the night. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so like I said before, we weren't really doing the jumpers to win them. This was just like a warm-up round, but I just didn't start with enough pace, so a lot of the distances just became close, and he trotted into an oxer, which he was so good and saved me. But yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Shit happens. I just like to put in these types of clips and rounds just to show you guys that as much as it looks perfect, it's really not. Okay, this was our second and final round of the day. This was the 90, so it was a little bit bigger. That last jump was really gorgeous, and I just started with more pace than I thought I would need. And he really saved my ass through this one stride. And the jump at the end of the arena, you'll see in a second. But he was really good, and we even made it like inside the time and clear, even though that wasn't the intention. We didn't place because there were a lot of people, but I don't really care. I was just really happy with the way I rode and how much he saved me. But yeah, it was a really nice course. Okay, so after we finished our rounds, my friend and I took the horses on the cross-country course. And yes, I know it's dangerous because of the dry grass and like their metal shoes, but we only did like a little lap of canter and then took them back up just for fun. Okay, good morning. I'm in a Starbucks bathroom. It is like 7:15. Sorry I haven't talked to you guys like literally at all. It's been really busy and really hot, and I'm really tired. But we have a 2-6 derby this morning, and then we're getting to 3-foot medals this afternoon. So yeah. Okay, so once I got to the show, I literally didn't vlog at all because it was like the first class of the day. So I'm just gonna voice over my derby round. The first jump was literally perfect. He jumped it so well, and it was right out of stride. So basically, since it's a smaller derby, they had the first half was the hunter part, and then like once you got to jump 6, it was the handy part. But anyways, I kind of ran to this, and there was no distance there, but we just kept going. He covered it up pretty well. He was being really good this day. I really liked riding in this arena because he had enough room to get going. But anyways, we came down this line, which he jumped in really well. He didn't land the lead in or out, but he got a really gorgeous lead change there. We just kept riding. This was still part of like the hunter phase of it. Also, my number started coming off in the middle of my round. Luckily, it stayed on the whole time, but it's fine. The first jump was quiet, but I just rode up to this, and it was perfectly fine. He just tends to drift in that corner. And then now we're entering the handy part, so there wasn't too much we could do, but We made it down this line really easy, and then I took this little inside gap to get to this single long approach oxer. He was being really good, and I almost moved up past this distance, but it came out really gorgeous. And then he got a good lead change. I didn't even know that my number was coming off, so we just kept going. And then we came down the quarter line to a diagonal, and then we just walked out of the arena afterwards. But he got a 79 in the first half and a 82.5 in the second, and that left us in third. Okay, I am going to get on for the Almaden and the Norcal 3-foot. I'm just going to do like a little mini voiceover from both of my medal rounds, but this was the 2-9 medal. This bending line was literally gorgeous, and he got the lead change for me really well. Then we had to come down to a halt right by the gate, which definitely wasn't perfect. And then we halted a little bit later than I wanted to. Then he started to back up, but we just rode forward and picked up the canter again. Again, not perfect, but, you know, we made it work. Cantered up that one, which is nice, and then came around to this end fence bending to a 1 stride, which was really gorgeous, and it came out in like a perfect 8, which I kind of had to ride up to a little bit, but it was really nice, and at this point everything was going really well. And then here he started to drift left, and I just didn't close my left leg, and so that was supposed to be a 4. It's fine, I'm not mad about it. I just know I could have ridden it better, and I fixed it the next round. And then we had a trot fence, so I just started to steady the trot because he has a really big stride at the trot, and I don't want him to launch. And he jumped that really well, and I was overall pretty pleased with it. I think we got like 5th. There were only like 5 or 6 people, but I'll take it. Okay, so this was my first time doing the Norcal 3-foot, so it was pretty much the same course, just without like the tests to like the halt and the trot jump. The bending line was really good. I just held the counter canter through it, just because I could. And then you could see him start to fall left there, maybe like, come on, let's go. That one was again tight, but we made it work. And then coming through this corner, I was really anxious about finding a stride to this, and I saw a quiet one, which was fine, but I didn't ride up to the 1 stride, and then I just leaned to an impossible long, and he was like, I cannot do that. So I just sat still, and we got the 2. He's so good. And then this was the area that we struggled last time with the 4 strides, so this time I closed my left leg, and it was still sticky, but we made it out a lot better, and I was honestly really pleased with that line. And then he got a nice lead change there. It was really quiet, and that's like his hard lead. And then we came down this diagonal, which was now not a trot jump, because like I said, it wasn't a test. And then top 4 came back, but I wasn't top 4. And that jump was quiet, but it was fine. Yeah, it was an alright course. Okay, so it's Monday, the day after the show. I didn't really vlog much after it was over, but I was really pleased with this weekend. Like, everything really clicked really well, and all of our courses pretty much only had like 1 or 2 mistakes. Like, the last 2 medals just had like those 1 or 2 errors that we're really starting to iron out, so I was really pleased with that. And he was a really, really good boy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will put all the pictures from the show in as soon as I'm done talking. We have another show at the end of July and one at the beginning of August, so I'll keep you guys posted, but thank you for watching.